Let me start with a fact. I live alone. No roommate. No girlfriend. No pets. No reason for someone to be in my apartment besides me. So explain this. Last Thursday, I came home from work, threw my keys in the bowl by the door like I always do, kicked off my shoes, and went to the fridge to grab a beer. There were 2 keys in the bowl, mine and an identical set. Same fob, same brand, same little crack in the plastic. Okay, weird. Maybe I dropped a spare set without realizing. I checked my coat pocket. Still had my spare set there. That's when I noticed my shoes, the ones I just kicked off, already sitting neatly on the mat. 2 pairs of the same shoes. Same scuffed heel. Same faint red wine stain from that party months ago. I live alone. I called my landlord. Asked if anyone had accessed my unit for repairs or inspections. He said no. I asked if any other tenants had complained of break-ins. Nothing. So I changed the locks. That night, I set up my laptop with my webcam running, pointed at the front door, and recorded overnight. Just in case. When I watched the footage the next morning, everything looked normal. For a while. Until 3:41 a.m. Someone walked through the front door. Not broke in. Walked in. With a key. And it was me. I don't mean someone who looked a little like me. I mean same hoodie. Same walk. Same stupid cowlick in my hair I can never get to lie flat. I stared at the screen, heart in my throat, as I watched myself walk in, yawn, toss his keys in the bowl, and walk out of frame toward the bedroom. The webcam never showed him leave. I ran into the bedroom. Nothing. Checked the closets, under the bed. Nothing. But I swear, the bed felt warmer than it should have been. I didn't sleep the next night. I just sat in the living room with a baseball bat, lights on, phone in hand. At 3:41 a.m., the door opened again. I nearly pissed myself. But nobody walked in this time. Just silence. Door wide open, cold air spilling in. Then, from the hallway outside, I heard my own voice say, "Hey, man, let me in. I live here." I didn't move, just stared at the door. Then the voice said, slightly more annoyed, "Dude, come on. Don't be like this. You know who I am." The hallway stayed empty. Still, that voice. It was perfect. My exact cadence, inflection, tone. Like listening to a recording of myself. Then something moved fast, and the door slammed shut on its own. I didn't sleep again. That morning, I checked the laptop. Nothing on the camera this time. But when I opened my closet to grab a hoodie, I found a different hoodie hanging next to mine. Same make, same size, same color, slightly newer. It was warm. Then I found the toothbrush, 2 identical ones in the cup by the sink. 2 razors, 2 phones, both unlocked with my thumbprint. I live alone, right? I started digging. Looked at the building's old tenant records. Nothing suspicious. But when I asked the old woman in 3B if she'd ever seen anyone else come into my unit, she looked at me and said, "Just you, honey. But I could have sworn you already came home earlier today. 2 nights ago, I left the camera running again. This time, I caught something else." At 3:41 a.m., the door opened, and 2 of me walked in. One looked normal. The other looked off. Like me if I'd been sick for months. Pale skin, dark sunken eyes, dry lips constantly twitching. They both looked around the apartment like they were checking for something. Then the normal one whispered, "He's not here tonight." The sickly one nodded. "He will be. He always comes back." And then they both turned to face the camera. They looked right at me, like they knew I was watching. The sickly one walked up, leaned in close to the lens, and whispered something. I had to slow the footage down, boost the audio. What he said was, "You're the copy. That was last night. Tonight, I'm writing this from a motel. I don't know which one I am anymore." I called my mom. She swears I already called her this morning. Says I sounded tired. Says I told her not to worry. I didn't. Someone else did. Someone who looks just like me. I don't think I live alone anymore. I don't even think I'm real.